Hi, I'm Antares, a name I've stolen from one of my favorite PlayStation portable games. And I, as so many on YouTube, have a passion for programming and game development. I've never finished a project yet and don't expect to anytime in the future. Nevertheless, I wanted to start documenting my progress. I'm currently starting a new project, a mix of tower defense and unit management. But I'll see where the journey will take it. It'll hopefully be a better version of one of my first games which I made about 8 years ago. So let's talk about the tools I intend to use. Currently, I'm more into the programming, so I'm going to throw away Unity, Unreal and Godot for now. I've tried all of them and I've made very small games in each of those, but I simply don't enjoy working in them. I can't give any valid reasons except for that for Unity, I don't really like their business practices, Unreal is so immensely overkill, and Godot I just haven't come around to. Furthermore, I have heard lots of good things about the ECS frameworks, and I really wanted to give that a try. So my next thought were C or C++. I'm a C fan because of the fast compile times, but don't want to miss out on templating and lots of good libraries. So I first chose C++ with a library for ECS called Ent. I liked how I was able to get into Ent easily and created a grid system which tracked 1,000 entities while they moved towards the last cursor clicks. I had a hard time finding physics libraries which would support entity component systems without having a completely separate copy of the spatial world. I found one, but the docs were just not there yet. So I kept on searching and finally got the courage to try out a new language and game engine as well, Rust and Bevy, and I must say I've only been pleasantly surprised. I love how Bevy handles the ECS system. Also, I feel like it drastically increased my code readability. Since every system should only do one thing and preferably independent from all other systems, it's a lot easier to get over the code and immediately understand what's going on. Huge benefit, which I've been missing or doing quite wrong in other languages and frameworks. My target for now was to create the following. You can place buildings and then workers go to that building and start constructing it. I first copied the example 3D scene for Bevy and then figured out how I could track the mouse position and spawn new entities. At the same time, I added the physics engine as a dependency, although I'm not going to use it for this video. Now that we know where the buildings should be placed, a free constructor needs to walk there. In the beginning, simply walking there by using the direct path might be enough, but soon there might be buildings between him and his target, so I need a pathfinding. Without really thinking about it, I decided to create a simple grid and simply use the famous A-star algorithm on it. It's very basic and definitely not optimal, but good enough for now. Alright, so now the builders know where to go and how to get there. But when a building is built, the grid needs to be updated to remove the overlapping cells with the new building. To do this, we simply need to remove all edges going towards the overlapping cells. This again is rather imprecise depending on how big or small your grid is, but it's good enough for now. So let's change the colors and call it done for this devlog. For the next one, I plan to implement basic resource collection and also costs to building a building. Since you are probably one of my first viewers, make sure to leave feedback. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.